I'm with Johannes,
what up?
and we had a great interview today, again, with, Sky 1021.
Exactly.
Keep watching. We're going to have Kwame Eugene. We're going to have Kitty on, and just keep popping. So give us your input and just hit them up.
Definitely. Yo, so African Network, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. African Network, spelled AFRICNETWORK. Holla at me.
All right, stand up, y'all. Today, I have a good friend here named Johannes, and he's going to talk about his YouTube page, his Instagram page, and basically how he wants to help Columbus and the African American community in Columbus, and we're gonna just talk about that. Yeah. So what's up?
Yo, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, African Network. I'm loving being on the radio. I really appreciate you guys having me. You know
no problem at all. And thank you for not looking me up, but initially contacting me, because
Definitely.
The way that I got to talk to him is basically he messaged me and he was asking me like, oh, I'm on the radio, like what do I do? Right. And I was like surprised when I looked at the initial bio, he was in Columbus and he was all about African things, and I was like, yo, that's it, that's all you gotta do.
Right.
That's it. Like hashtags work, y'all. I think that's how you told me about the hashtag.
Yeah. You're up top.
So it was really dope seeing that. So I wanted to ask some questions like, why did you start that initial Instagram page, and why was that your initial center focus on that?
Yeah. So definitely. So I originally started my YouTube page about 3.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I was only on Facebook. I didn't even know about Instagram. I mean, I knew about it, but my sister was like, get on Instagram, get on Snapchat. And I didn't look at it from a marketing business standpoint. I looked at it, or like a brand standpoint, or getting your word across.
Just straight social media.
Exactly. So I'm like, I sort of some days, everybody like up there like posing, doing selfies, but not really.
I see some of your pictures, you was out here clean.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? A little bit. Your boy's trying. You know what I'm saying? But I initially started my Instagram page maybe about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then when I started my Instagram page, I wanted to show the beauty and the awareness of people of African descent all around the world.
Okay.
So I thought it was really important that as we go into the next generation, all of us being younger and standing on our parents' backs and our grandparents, that we unify and try to collectively come together economically and culturally to understand each other and to prosper in this world,
Yeah, and that's really important because we always talk about, especially on 102, y'all know, especially me, your girl, Nana Ama, I always talk about try to bring everybody together or try to find things that's going to connect us, especially in Columbus, because we are your main focus. You guys are my main focus right now. But it's really important for us all to come as a collective, find organizations or groups or people who want to tie each other together, or whether it's ideas, whether it's events or anything like that. So it's important to find people who are interested in the same type of organization or same type of subject that you are. So what's your background, your ethnicity background?
So I'm African. This is the funny thing. So I just have a lot of cultures like I can relate to. So I'm African American, and then I have Eritrean family on my dad's side. So, when I was growing up, I was eating soul food, and then I was eating injera with all the Eritreans, Ethiopians understand what I'm about to say, but injera with Tibbs and Dorowat and stuff like that. I'm vegan now, so I don't eat that no more. You know what I'm saying? But I used to eat it. Your boy used to dip and dabble, you know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. I went vegan for 3 months because I watched, what's that movie on Netflix? Oh, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically about how veganism can help you. And I went vegan for 3 months because I was like, I want to see what it does. My mom did it. My mom lost 41 pounds in almost 4 months. So.
That's what's up.
And she's just she only eats a little bit of meat, not a lot, and that's hard for an African. That's
right. Yo, Evie, let me tell you guys something. Sorry, I didn't mean to take the mic from you, but every black person of African descent around the world, if you tell them you don't eat meat,
they look at you crazy.
They look at you like you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? When they look at me all the time, I'm like, I've been vegan for 7 years, and they ask me if it was hard, and I'm like, yeah, at the beginning it was hard, but the more and more you get into it, and the more dishes you learn how to cook, you understand really what protein is and really what amino acids are and things like that. So anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It just takes patience and diligence, and you got to retrain your taste buds because people out here they loving processed foods and sugar, and then when they have real food, they're like, this is nasty. I'm like, you should be saying what you're eating is nasty because you're eating this processed food.
Food, and that must be really hard because even for me and being Ghanaian, a lot of our food is technically vegan,
right?
Because for you to even get to that for you to even get access to a lot of meat, that's not really something that we always going to eat, especially that's why when you get married or when it's Christmas or something, you get, you living
your best life.
Yeah, you live your best life at that time. So that's why it's really people are like, oh, it's going to be hard to be vegan and be African, but it really is not because, Ghanaians or anybody who watch it watches like beans and rice, right?
Exactly.
So you can eat that, and then you have some stew on the side that you don't even gotta have meat in it. You can if you want, and then you can have jollof. You can there's a lot of foods. There's benku, and that's like fermented corn. Meal. So it's like a lot of the food that was Ghanaian. It wasn't a phase to me to be vegan for that time. And you can find substitutes like Aldi. Shout out to Aldi because Aldi got so
Aldi cut that check.
Hey, bring that back. But Aldi they had so many vegan options. There was like a black bean burger, and I was like, man, okay, let me try it, and it was popping, man. I put some seasoning on it, that was it, and I wasn't lying. Like veganism can be hard if you really were like a Texas eater. Like I eat meat every day,
and it's also a texture thing, you know. Like, and as you go further, it's seeing that America is not a vegetarian-based country; it's a meat-based country.
Yeah.
It's like if you look at places like Ethiopia or India or just like you said, Ghana food. Because every time I eat food from Ghana, I eat like plantains, black beans.
Okay.
So I still be eating it. They be looking at me like, "You still eat Ghana food?" I'm like, "Yeah, I eat plantains, and rice and fufu."
Yeah. Hey, yo, my guy.
Man, come on, you didn't know? Yo, of course I know about the fufu, girl.
Yo, I love this, and that's the thing. Like, I love that because one thing about Johannes, because he's really, I can feel his energy. He's really great energy, very open, very honest.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and it's really important for us to connect with people. And like veganism is something you can try. My little sister says she wants to stop eating meat for a month just to see how it is. And I think the health portion for African Americans and the whole African diaspora is very important because we all know that food is the way to our soul, food is the way to our hearts, food is the way that controls everything. And being a nurse myself and just being aware of how food can really change your whole life is important for us. And that's good that you are not scared to say, because some people will be vegan, especially being black.
Oh, they'll renege. As soon as black people come around, they like, yo, I'm not vegan, man. I can just... But I think what it is also is that you got to realize when you change your diet, which is the most important thing in this life. Like, and I want people to really stress this. I want to really stress this to people. The most important thing is your diet. You are what you eat. That is so true. What you put in your body is what you get out. So a lot of people that have high blood pressure, diabetes, even cancer to some extent, it's because of your diet. You're putting fried foods in your body all the time. You're putting foods that have no nutrients. It's sugar, excessive amount of sugar. Now there's good sugar, natural sugar, but there's bad sugar, processed white sugar. You know what I'm saying? So I just tell people all the time is that when you go to being a vegan or vegetarian, or even if you eat meat, try to eat organic, healthy meat. You know, there's farms or whatever outside of Columbus. You know, like every major city has farmer markets or whatever you can
or
go.
Even the Amish town.
Or the Amish town, or even maybe even halal places or whatever around the way or whatever. So you can always try to get healthier meat, but it's a lifestyle. And when you change to being vegan, you got to realize, like anything, when you get a new car, you have to learn how to drive it because it has different suspension, it has a bigger engine. Same with your body. When you take your body off of processed foods and meat and more fruits and vegetables and organic stuff, it's gonna be hard at first. Your body you're gonna hate yourself some days. You know?
And then the thing is, like for me, my only thing with the whole vegan thing is like the meat part. But there was the cheese. Then dairy wasn't that big of a deal because my dad has high cholesterol, so he already started the almond milk for a minute. Like he'd been drinking almond milk for a minute. I don't even eat a lot of cheese. Like if I even eat pizza, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not even on it for that.
I'm gonna make you a vegan pizza. I'm a cheese.
I had a vegan cheese. No, I haven't had vegan cheese. I had what was it? It was from Whole Foods. It was some kind of sandwich, but I didn't like the meat. It was some kind of substitute meat. It was something. I forgot what it's called.
No, I agree. And I think what people don't... If anybody becomes vegan or wants to try this, let me tell you one thing. Do not drink soy milk. I don't know why vegans and people throw people into soy milk.
A whole bunch of soy?
Yeah, drink almond milk. Yeah. I'm just saying, even for the taste and the texture, drink almond milk, drink rice milk, cashew milk. These are very, very delicious milk substitutes, and you'll enjoy them. But I am going to cook you a vegan pizza. You're going to like it.
Oh, okay.
You're going to like it.
I'm ready. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So, and also what I wanted to ask you is, where do you see this page going, or why is it just the focus on Columbus? Is it because obviously because you live here,
right?
But is that why that's your main focus? Where do you want to see this go in the future?
So with African Network, and as a collective of all Black people around the world, Indigenous people and Aboriginal people, in Australia and Papua New Guinea, because we can't forget that there's Black people literally all around the world. You know what I'm saying?
You started everything first. We were here first.
Yo, Queen, exactly. Every human being comes from Africa. The beginning of civilization comes from Africa. So it's just I want to promote unity and understanding of each other's history and culture because we've been cut off from each other for a very long time. And before, Well, I would say like during the last 600 years, there were still a lot of kingdoms and empires throughout Africa. But a lot of people think that it was just like one day we went into slavery and everything was over with. And no, not in all reality. There was people like Queen Nzinga that was fighting for slaves to be free. Exactly. And you also have, and like I tell everybody, this is a human thing and not just an African thing. They try to make it seem like black people with tribalism or with like being savages. That's a whole human race thing. So there's some people in the African race that are bad people, you know what I'm saying? And there's some people that are good people, right? So to make a long story short, because I know I'm long-winded sometimes, make a long story short is with this page, I'm trying to connect and unify as many people of African descent as possible and to teach the whole world that we have a very long history. There should be no reason that other people think that black people only started in slavery in Africa, in the Caribbeans, in South America, Central America, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should know an African kingdom. You should know an African queen or king.
Yeah.
You should know somebody that didn't do something that was so significant. I mean, think about all the millions of people that died doing something significant for black people that no one even knows their name.
Nobody even knows unless they're in that family. Oh, your grandpa died when he was trying to march, and this what happened. You know?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to promote unity with this page, my YouTube channel, African Network, and my Instagram, and I'm trying to show the beautiful side and the sad sides because we can't. You know, it's duality, it's balance, but the beautiful side of black culture in the whole world and let people understand that we're more than one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People think that, oh, you have to be black, you have to have like a big nose and wide lips. And I'm like, yo, like, how brainwashed are you? You know what I'm saying?
And it's hard sometimes when you hear other, you know, all skin folk and kinfolk. So sometimes it's hard when you hear people like denounce it or try to be something else or try to speak about something else. So it's kind of hard because you want to, you know, you want to uplift everyone, but everybody's not going to be there. You know, everybody's not going to see what you want to see. So anytime when I see refreshing young black men or African American men or African men like really embrace themselves, it makes me really happy. And you know, Sky 102, we're all here for it. And that's why, of course, your favorite Afrobeat station. Definitely. But we're here just to continue to educate people, and we're here to encourage people, and and give people information about anything that's going on in Columbus or as we're going out. So I love that you're starting out of Columbus and you're ready to reach for people. So go ahead and shout out your Instagram page and again and your YouTube.
Definitely, guys. So you can find me Afric Network, not Africa, but Afric Network, and I did that on purpose because I wanted to make sure everybody was included and felt, you know, included. So Afric Network, AFRICNETWORK, and Afric Network is my YouTube channel, my Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and SoundCloud. Yo, you're probably gonna hear that again when you watch my YouTube channel because I say it all the time at the end.
Yeah, so that's good to have the repetitive thing, going on there.
Word.
But I appreciate you, Hans. Thank you so much for coming to the studio. Definitely. And we definitely will have you back so you can talk about more, especially about the veganism.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's important for us just to get some information on it.
Of course.
Kiki, you got something you want to say about this? Can you go vegan, Kiki?
I would just thank you for coming. Can I go?
Yeah.
No, I can't.
You couldn't do veganism? No. Not even for like a month?
Well, let me say one more thing before we go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
But what people fail to realize is that everybody's vegan every day. You know what? When you're not eating meat, you're vegan.
Hey! I think I can do that, but I mean, okay, it will take time.
Right.
Whatever I say I want to do, I do it.
Oh no, you
so
did.
So if I say I'm going without meat for some time, I can do
Me
it.
too.
I just have to decide the day.
You're a vegan carnivore.
Yeah.
Yo, every time you're not eating meat, you're vegan. You know?
But again, most Ghanaian food is vegan though, so you know that it is mostly vegan. But I think it's just something to either try, just to cut out, especially like if, like he said, is moderation. If you can cut it down a little bit, then that's good because you know dairy has a lot of hormones. Meat is not grown the same way they grow. They raise the animals in Africa and stuff. It's different here.
Yeah.
So, but
it's a business here.
Yeah, it's a business, and I think it's important for us to care about health. You know, Sky 102, we care about you guys' health and vitality. So thank you guys.
All right, thank you very much for
coming.
Thank
you for having
through. We know we will get you here one day.
Definitely.
Yeah, you'll come here some other time to, you know, give us more vibes.
Of course.
You know?
Give more vibes.
He's like, don't come back too soon. I'm trying to be a vegan.
We're trying to trap him.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you very much. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much, brother and sister. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey.
Shalom.
What up?
Hi.
African.
We